getting back on the trail right where I left off. Gonna be coming through and out of Harper's Ferry into a whole new section on my Far Out app. And yeah, hopping up into this hills, and here we go. And of course, the trail does not want to be gentle with us coming into West Virginia. We get to climb right away. It's gonna be a fun morning coming through all this. Not an expected spot to find right here along the trail, but here is Harper's Cemetery. Looks like there's still space available according to this sign, and we should be respectful, of course, always. According to the sign, passing through this region in 1747, Robert Harper, a Pennsylvania architect, contracted to build a Quaker church in Shenandoah Valley. Was so impressed by the beauty of this place and the water power potential of the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers that he settled here and founded Harper's Ferry. When Harper died in 1782, there were only 3 houses in the town. Optimistic about the community's potential for growth, however, Harper had set aside this 4-acre cemetery. Childless, Harper left most of his estate to his niece Sarah, who subsequently married a Wagger. As you wander around the cemetery, you'll find the grave markers of some of Sarah Wagger's descendants, as well as stones of Irish and German immigrants who settled in this area during the 1830s. That's pretty cool. That is very cool. And I'm just gonna look at this one gated area because this is probably some cool stuff here. Some of these stones are real old. I don't know if you can read any of this, but oh, here's Lucy Throckmorton Wager. She was only 30, it looks like. Oh, no, I'm doing my math way wrong. She was 70. Unless that math is still wrong. But pretty nice cemetery, and they still have space. So, there's some new stuff up there. The old Episcopal Church from Harper's Ferry, what remains of it, oldest church here in town. And here we're coming down through, this looks like it's probably the new Episcopal Church, built to replace it, I'm guessing. And a bunch of us hikers coming down and through. And I'm gonna check out a little bit of downtown Harper's Ferry. And here's the old house that Robert Harper originally built. And then this is the Appalachian Trail staircase, which I will descend. And I'm crossing Harper's Ferry, so I think it's fair that I switch now from calling it the Appalachian Trail to the Appalachian Trail. Because, you know, halfway point, north and south. So, one in the north. I mean, okay, we're still in West Virginia, so can't really call it the north. I think we're still south of the Mason-Dixon line, but close enough. I do want to say, for the center of where the Appalachian Trail Conference is, this is one of the worst marked areas of the trail I've gone through, but I finally found my way under the bridge, out and around, and it doesn't stop it from being gorgeous. Here's the river, and yeah, I probably wasted a solid 20 minutes trying to figure out where I was going as opposed to just enjoying town. But here I am, Some interesting architecture out there. Obviously an old bridge. And continuing on, I believe I cross this bridge and enter another state. So first couple miles today are really nice and gentle. Walking along a canal towpath. Got the river on one side of me. I got the canal on the other side of me. There's a freight train tracks right up here that about every 10-15 minutes a big train comes passing by and makes a lot of noise. But other than that, this has been really peaceful. There's people biking and walking along here. There's quite a few people, but for the most part, it's been quiet and lovely. What's extra interesting about this view down here is between that train line that you can see down there and the river is a towpath. I walked 2 miles up that towpath from town, which is all the way down there. So that makes it a little bit more interesting. That is a long train. Okay, I just want to make a note of how incredibly nice this shelter is. You've got a fire spot here, some seats around it, really nice. The shelter itself, and look at this. Look at the quality of the wood and the finish on it. How nicely set up it is. Even the hiker log is kind of nice looking. A little tribute to Edward B. Garvey shelter. And yeah, this is gorgeous. A history, some information. I'll look over all of this while I'm here. Tells you how far things are. This is beautiful. The only negative is the spring off in that direction is 0.4 away. I did grab some extra water and lug it all the way up here because I didn't want to make that 0.4. That's almost a mile round trip. I ain't doing that. So next shelter is 5 miles forward, and it's got water right at the shelter. Good morning. Not really sure what I'm doing today. Today's a long, wet day. It's supposed to start raining and storm most of the day. Any minute. You can probably tell by how dim it is around here that it's coming. Since it's already 8:30 in the morning and it's dark. There's also some long water carries today. So I like to stay at shelters if it's raining so I have a dry place to cook, even though I still set up my tent. But we'll see how far I get. Gotta figure out the water. It's gonna be an intense day. At least the rain will kill this humidity, because it is moist out here without even having rain come down. It is. So here is the original Washington Monument, built in dedication to George Washington. First monument built to him, and then it got blown up, and then they restored it. Right here in Maryland. Pretty neat thing. And at the Washington Monument, as the weather clears up briefly, we got a view. I hiked up here with Pub and Hopper. And yeah. I think we can go in it. Let's go in it.
Oh, cool. Oh, let's get a picture of the...
Okay, let's see if we can go in it. Oh, we can go in it and up it. Oh dear. Oh, and look at that. We can come out to the top of this monument. Whew. Okay, so I've been hiking today with Pub right over here, and we are enjoying some raspberries along the trail instead of being stuck in weekend traffic, which is right over there. So this is why we're on the trail. This is awesome. So yesterday turned out to be my hardest day on trail yet. Pulled up 4 miles short of where I had originally planned, and it was rough. But got into town. I got into my tent and slept for 11 hours straight, and I feel good today. So I'm gonna kick it out. I hike into a park where they can deliver some pizza for lunch, and we'll see where we go from there. And here are the well-known High Rock ledges, and this is what happens when you give people auto access. I don't mind beautiful graffiti, but this is gross. Oh well. Yeah, here's the view from the ledges. Looks like the smoke is back. Great for my lungs. All right, so I'm here at Penmar Park. Just had a fabulous eggplant parm sandwich and a cheeseburger, because you can never eat too much. And here's the sign for the Appalachian Trail telling us the entirely wrong mileage. As we can see, yeah, that's not right. I think it's reversed, actually. That's all right.
It's wrong. How can they... I'm home.
Oh, we're home! Out of this southern district and into PA.
I'm home.
It's not quite Pennsylvania, but it's pretty darn close.
All right, can I get a picture?
Poop Spoon has a picture of himself holding one by the tail.
Yeah.
Just holding it up, which is...
I mean, they're not venomous, but they can still bite you.
Yeah, so somebody handed it to him who was already holding it, so he felt okay about it. I may or may not block out the audio on this when I put it in.
We met a buddy. Little snake pal. A brown snake? Nah, just a black snake. Yeah. Taking up the whole trail though.
Yeah, well, I'm passing. Coming through beautiful flowers here. Today is a big and exciting day. Today I'm going to hit 1,100 miles, which is the halfway point. Something to celebrate. Soon after that we get to an AT museum where there's the half-gallon challenge, or the halfway point. You're challenged to eat a half-gallon ice cream in one sitting. I think I could probably pull it off. Either way, I'm excited to eat ice cream. And yeah, just doing a simple 12 today. May push a little further than that, but after half-gallon ice cream, I'll probably take it easy and then push 18 tomorrow into Boiling Springs. So, and then the next day probably 25 from Boiling Springs into Duncannon. So then somewhere in there I gotta find a pair of shoes, because then I start Rocksylvania and I need some replacement shoes. So I think I'm gonna try to get a shuttle to Carlisle and see if I can pull something off. Here I am, halfway, 1099.2, the exact halfway mark for this year. Me and Pub have been hiking this thing together, and yeah, so we got 1099.2 to go.
Here we are.
Here we are. Let's do it.
We did it.
We did it, and we're doing it.
We're doing it.
Well, here is a tiny little anticlimactic 1100 on the side of the trail. I was expecting fanfare for some reason, and I got a little bit of stones.
I wanted a band.
I wanted a band and a beer.
I want a band.
Yeah, well, we got some stones. Okay, I'll take a picture with Piggy. Here I am about to start the half-gallon challenge, which is eating a half-gallon ice cream in 30 minutes after completing half the trail. This is stupid. I went with a cappuccino crunch, followed by some Neapolitan, just to clean it up a little.
Small cappuccino crunch.
All right. Coming out of Pine Grove Furnace State Park, doing a 19.9 mile day today, essentially a 20-mile day. Elevation isn't too big. It's like 3,000 up, 3,000 down total. So over 20 miles, that's next to nothing. I've only got 1 day's worth of food left on me, if even. There's a lunch stop along the way. I think this should be a pretty nice day. I'm gonna be hiking out early and getting into town early because I'm meeting some people, and we're going to a hostel and going slack packing tomorrow, 25 miles. But I want to get there and get new shoes. My shoes are pretty beat up. The only concern with doing 20 miles today is doing it in these shoes. Should be fine though. I can break them in on a slack pack tomorrow before I pass Duncan and get into Rocksylvania. So here we go, leaving the state park. Okay, here I am, coming through Cumberland Valley in Pennsylvania, just walking through fields and pastures. My understanding that the next 15 miles of the trail is like this, which I could use this break. This looks really nice. So I'm gonna do this for about another mile today, and then at least the first 15 of tomorrow. Woohoo! Hi. Now I'm walking into the town of Boiling Springs. It takes you right through this park along the very dried up river bed here. and I'll walk right up to town and see what the deal is. Boiling Springs. Just had breakfast at Cafe 101. Lovely little town. Went to the Outfitter here yesterday. Got myself some new shoes. And I got a road walk about a quarter-mile up this way, and we'll head right back up onto the trail. Well, technically we're still on the trail on this road. And doing just over 25 miles today, slack pack. Should be a good hike. Also, today is Hike Naked Day. So there should be a lot of interesting things to see on the trail today. Not necessarily what I always want to see, but should be interesting. Just gotta warm my body up a little bit before I personally get in the spirit. This is a pretty cool hike today. Coming right along these fields through Cumberland Valley. Oh, it's gorgeous. Just keep going on and on. Basically, we got fields and valleys until we come to the rocks. And they keep going. Whew, just got up to the spring here. There's a piped spring right over here. Show you what this piped spring looks like. Somebody came and found a spring and stuck a pipe in the ground, and easy source for water right there coming out for us. But this is interesting. Came up here. It's been a long time since there's been water. I just sucked down a liter. I'm gonna bring another couple liters with me. But there's a car in the woods. No road. Little campsite over here that I can see. But besides that, it's just a car in the woods. There must have been a road through here at one point. No other way for this guy to have gotten up here. It's an old car of some kind, because if you look at that engine down there, that looks like an old straight, is that a 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's a straight 12. Wild. Absolutely wild. If I'm looking at what I think I'm looking at. I don't know what this was, but pretty cool. So that'd be an interesting moment on the trail with an old car and a spring. Pennsylvania is an odd place. Get stuff like that in New Jersey sometimes too. It's just sudden random discarded vehicle in the middle of the woods. I'm gonna get some more water and continue on my way. Spectacular view of the Cumberland Valley. And a nice seat to sit in. This is my lunch spot. Beautiful.
Priv though?
No.
That would be...
Don't film myself in the Priv?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Okay, I won't do that. So, but here we are at the Darlington shelter, made by Earl Schaefer, not Ed. And so not far out, the AWOL guide says that this is the Taj Mahal Privy. So we're gonna take a tour.
It's a very nice crib. Enjoy.
Oh yeah. Let's check out this privy. Oh, it's nice. It's got a nice paint job. It's actually, as privies go, I have to say, this is looking pretty good. I mean, you know, I've seen a lot of privies in my day. Don't know if I should be proud of that. There's a lock on the door that does nothing. And, yeah, doesn't smell great, but what do you expect? But yeah, no, not bad, not terrible. Okay, that's it. That's all we needed. Tour of the privy. So, in honor of first day of summer, summer solstice, Letha, and National Hike Naked Day today. I am going a mile naked. So this is fantastic. I hope everyone's enjoying their naked day out here. Okay, honestly, I have to say I've walked about a mile now, and other than the fact that my I don't like the roughness up here on my shoulder straps, everything else feels pretty much the same. You know, it's nice to breathe, but I don't want bug bites in weird places, so I think it's time to get some clothes on again. That's it. Done with National Hike Naked Day today. Beautiful area of the trail, coming through all these flowers. Just stepping a couple feet off trail for a moment to take in the view. It's gorgeous. It's a good spot. Whew. What a climb up, a little bit more to go. And so just coming down, I'm descending down into Duncannon, and here is a viewpoint coming right off of the trail. It's absolutely gorgeous here. This would be a great spot for a break. I actually may stop and have a drink here and take a moment before heading the rest of the way down into town. And there's town. I just got to get down there, and I can have myself some dinner and a stiff drink after this 25 miles.